Welcome to The Refresher, bringing you the latest in Dota 2 news, tournaments, meta, and memes. This episode covers the week leading up to the 2nd of October 2017, which closed out all but one of the upcoming tournament qualifiers, brought us the game's first ever 360 NoScope, and heralded the release of a sick new episode of True Sight. Let's get straight into it. In the state of the game this week, literally nothing. There actually wasn't a single patch released for the client in the past 7 days, so go and make the most of the current cancer meta while you can. There's probably 4 to 5 more weeks to go before the Dueling Fates patch drops. In esports news this week, things in Europe have resolved pretty much as expected. After Saxer announced last week that he was taking a break and leaving Team Mid or Feed, Syndrin has joined the squad, coming from the recently disbanded No Diggity. And to the great delight of English casters around the world, PPD's Band of Misfits The Dire has been picked up by North American org OpTic Gaming. OpTic has a huge presence in the FPS esports space, but this is their first expansion into a MOBA. Despite that, their incredibly passionate fanbase is already showing up on Twitch when the new OpTic squad is playing. However, most of them are incredibly pure when it comes to Dota and our memes, so don't go too hard on them. And lastly, your boy Grant has finally gotten the lucky break he deserves. It looked like he was in for a rough week when DotaPit asked him to stop streaming their games because he was getting more viewers than the official stream. But nothing stops Grant from doing what he loves, and it's all paid off as Evil Geniuses announced this week that they're picking him up as an official streamer. EG said in the announcement that they're thrilled to have him on board, and they won't be trying to restrict him at all, but letting him continue and grow his own unique style of Dota streaming. That said, he's probably going to have to chug monsters instead of Dr. Pepper now, but you win some, you lose some. In tournament news this week, the current Mega Qualifier Rumble has just about wrapped up. Starlighter closed out the finals of their European qualifier, with Team Secret besting OG yet again with a 2-0 victory and securing their 4th tournament invite for the new season. Which apparently is enough because immediately after the win they forfeited their invite to the DotaPit European qualifiers. And that's great news for OG because now they can finally get a tournament invite. DotaPit added the newly minted Mid or Feed featuring Syndrin to their European bracket and kicked off the qualifiers for all 6 regions, where OG did manage to come out on top and take the European slot. In North America, OpTic Gaming and Immortals duked it out in a sick best of 5 for the top spot, but Immortals managed to secure the final game and lock in a 2nd tournament invite for the season. Virtus.pro showed they're back in business in CIS, not dropping a single game in their qualifier run to take a 2nd invite of their own, while Vici Gaming followed suit, clean sweeping LGD, LGDFY, and IG to take the Chinese qualifier slot. In Southeast Asia, Mineski has proven yet again that they're simply the best team in the region, beating Fnatic not once but twice to take the top spot. And the only thing left is the South American qualifiers, which are currently underway and we'll have results for next week. Perfect World Masters ran their qualifiers for all 6 regions as well, giving out 2 spots for China, which were quickly snatched up by Vici Gaming and LGD. Complexity won a hard-fought lower bracket run to take the North American slot, and Mineski showed up yet again to take the SCA spot for this tournament as well. With Secret having a direct invite and OG seemingly not interested, the European region was a free-for-all. Team Kinguin came out on top, whose players you might have heard of before from last season's Team Singularity. In South America, SG Esports trumped DCSA for the invite, and in CIS, Vega Squadron took the top spot. They've had a rough time in this season's qualifiers so far, and it looked to be more of the same when they dropped to the lower bracket in the first round. But they managed to pull through with 5 wins in a row, coming out with a 2-1 victory over Team Empire in the finals. In this week's meta review, it seems like despite the high win rates, people are turning away from the meta and resorting to their old ways. Just look at that list. LC, AM, Sniper, Invoker, and PA, all up more than 1.8% in pick rate over the last week. The hardest hit was Windrunner, dropping just under 2%, but for the first time in a while, Necro, Lich, and Venomancer also saw drops in pick rate this week. On the win rate charts, Necro has finally managed to knock Spectre off the top position, and Pitlord snuck into 2nd place as well after Spec dropped nearly 1% in the last 7 days. Rest assured, he's still a great meta pick though, with more than 56% win rate overall. In the content corner this week, Valve released a new episode of True Sight that is a must-watch if you haven't seen it already. It goes over the highs and the lows of the TI7 Grand Finals and really showcases the human elements of Liquid's victory and Newbie's defeat. PPD starred in a new Thorian podcast, talking about his time with EG and the decision to leave, teaming up with OpTic Gaming, and of course stirring up a little bit of drama as PPD always likes to do. Hotcox followed that up with a new episode featuring EG's previous Dota manager and newly minted COO Phil Aram to discuss PPD's interview and share his side of the story, talk a little bit about the life of a Dota team manager, and give his thoughts on the new True Sight episode as well. Fucking Mad published a new blog post talking about his and OG's journey through the last season and beyond, Mitchell Huffer did the math on how many qualifier points a team needs to make it to TI8, and Cyborg Matt announced he's working on a new project to make it easier to track teams, their matches, and qualifier point standings. Translations are out for the latest batch of fresh Chinese meme comics, and if you can't wait until Frostivus for a new custom game mode, it looks like Redditor Ember Cookies has got your back. He's recreated the entire Dietide event and is planning to release it soon after some final testing. Check the description for all of the links. And now it's time for Shitpost Central, where we highlight the kind of content people create after they've been playing Necro for 3 weeks straight. This guy made a Dota 2 horoscope that seems pretty accurate, OD Pixels cast a few too many Fnatic games, and champion of the people Mr. Epic Beard has created a bunch of custom hero Monka-S that I'm sure will be coming to a Twitch chat near you soon. This is how it feels to not play the cancer meta. This guy misses the old Grand Grant, and Mr. Froget has made a nightmare-inducing website dedicated to Necro and Veno, so the cancer can live on even after it gets nerfed. In stream highlights this week, DJ hits a sick 360 no-scope, Ice plays with his food, Toby1 loses his shit, and Juggernaut has a few things to say in his post-game interview.
Yes, you will.
He's
The
a
Doom
little
TP.
faster.
Yeah, the Doom TP comes out.
No,
DJ. The Vendetta! The Impale, can he get it? Oh, he 360'd! He 360'd!
Oh, the first time in the history of Dota 2.
DJ, you are a god. Unbelievable.
He's a little faster.
Yeah, the Doom TP comes out. No, DJ. The Vendetta! The Impale, can he get it? Oh, he 360'd! He 360'd!
Your top tower is under attack.
Shadow of the bat.
Oh, look at this, look at this.
Not yet.
Oh, that's it.
Oh yeah.
Lady,他们
Your
Good.
top tower has fallen.
10层。
Your top barracks are under attack.
Oh, oh, oh.
Your top barracks are under attack.
Oh, wait, no, Cuckoo, they've got the jam! Cuckoo, what are you fucking doing? Okay, you're killing him. No, you can't. He's got Ghost Scepter. Oh, Cuckoo, you gave him me the fucking rapier back again! Why the fucking...
A couple of those engagements, and then maybe a little OSE just screaming.
I need to hear this again. Hold on. Wait. Wait, one more time. One more time. Wait for it. Wait for it. Please. That is awesome.
He just keeps yelling. Ah!
Is he talking to himself?
So he's like a Pokemon.
It never gets old.
It sounds like he lost.
I hear a whisper now. Who's that? Somebody else is talking. Who is that?
It's the yell. The yell's so much better.
That's the refresher for this week, folks. Once the South American Dota Pick qualifiers finish up, the pro scene's probably going to be pretty quiet for the rest of the week. But it won't last long as the Starladder Miner main event kicks off on the 11th. Hit subscribe to keep up to date with all the latest Dota 2 news, give us a like if you enjoyed the video, and leave a comment with your thoughts on the new TrueSide episode.